So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to an extensive discussion by ASPA, Executive Institute, regarding the new syllabus, which is the 2024 to 2029 syllabus. It's quite a great and exciting experience to have us all back here to discuss the syllabus. It's important for us not to look unconcerned whilst we have a new syllabus. It's very important for us to ensure that we are able to appreciate the issues thereof. Is that clear? So that we can even appreciate the dynamic of the profession, even going into the future. For those of you who are expecting your result, whatever the outcome is, once you are qualified, you still need to look at the content of the syllabus and update yourselves accordingly. And it's a pleasure to bring you this discussion. Quite an extensive work has been done. We've shared various snippets of nuggets of this overview on our various social media platforms. I'm sure you have, if you have watched, I'm sure that is fine. But this particular one is clearly to give you a one-stop overview on this syllabus. And I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with my colleague, my technical colleague, who has been with ASPA from the inception, a pioneer lecturer with ASPA in the person of Kwame Edu. And obviously, at the right time, he will also come on board and bring his perspective to bear on the streams of issues that he's responsible for. So I wouldn't be the sole authority on matters. Kwame would definitely also help with some aspect of the issues. So if you are ready, I'm ready. So our syllabus, clearly, in reviewing our syllabus, there has been certain thematic issues that has been infused into this syllabus. And these issues are, number one, technology. The world clearly is moving towards technology, having to use technology to do many things. The emergence of AI and machine learning has become one of the major issues now around the world. And for us at ASPA, it's been our main competitive advantage. Technology has been our main area of competency that we have emphasized and have invested over the years. And as we speak currently, we have one of the best mobile application for learning for accountants or professional qualification in Ghana. And we are clearly happy to have the emphasis of technology in this new syllabus. Professional skills, very important. Professional skills, very important. And this could be referred to as professional skepticism because the aim of the new syllabus is to imbibe professional skepticism into the accountant that we are seeking to develop. Ethics, very important. Ethical issues are very much the main area of emphasis in the new syllabus. Sustainability cannot be underemphasized now that we have a board specifically developing standards for sustainability. We have seen the International Sustainability Board, International Sustainability Standard Board, which is the ISSB, developing various standards to help us in the area of sustainability. We have the S1, S2. All those things are clearly going to be incorporated in the new syllabus. And last but not least, public sector has been clearly emphasized in this new syllabus with so much change to some of the issues we used to know with regards to the public sector paper. There's some rearrangement of issues and reassignment of public sector issues to other topics or subject areas. So that is it. That's the theme of the syllabus: technology, professional skills, ethics, sustainability, and public sector. So let's move to the next thing now, which is obviously for a professional qualification. We normally have 3 levels for our professional qualification. We have the level 1, level 2, and level 3. The level 1 is the knowledge level. Level 2 is the application level. And level 3 is the professional level. And it's expected that you are going to progress in knowledge from one level to the other. And the scope of the syllabus has not really changed. The subjects clearly have remained the same, only for paper 1.4. which is Introduction to Cost and Management Accounting. In the previous syllabus, it was actually called Introduction to Management Accounting. So that is the only change that has been done to the structure of the syllabus. So the syllabus structure is the same. 4 papers in level 1, 6 papers in level 2, and 3 papers in level 3. So the only change that was done in terms of the structure was to change the name of paper 1.4, which is Introduction to Management Accounting, to now Introduction to Cost and Management Accounting. So that is the structure. So we have, anytime we have the syllabus, it's important to know that, yes, even though the papers are in 3 levels, is that okay? It's important to regroup them based on the expectation of the framers of the syllabus. And that is why most times, some people don't understand why we have what we do at ASPA, because it is important that whenever the syllabus is being delivered, the syllabus must be delivered based on streams. I hope you are listening. The models should be regrouped into streams. We have what we call the financial accounting and the audit stream. Are we together? So across all the 3 levels, we have all the papers there. So if it comes to issues of accounting and auditing, all of those areas are built on frameworks. I hope you are listening to me. All of those issues, be it accounting, financial reporting, public sector, audit and assurance, corporate reporting, those stream of subjects are built on frameworks. So if it is financial reporting, you have IFRS. If it's public sector, you have the IPSAS. If it is auditing, you have the IAS or the ISAS, which is the International Accounting Standard. If it is advanced auditing, the same issue, you have the International Auditing Standards, is actually specifically used in bringing that particular subject to bear. So the financial accounting and audit streams are built on frameworks. So if you're not good with frameworks, you cannot attempt those papers. It's all about frameworks. Either your IFRS, your IPSAS, is that okay, or your International Auditing Standard, is that okay? Those are the bedrock of that stream, is that okay? And at Aspire, I'm responsible for this particular stream. And I'm very diligent to ensure that our students always have the best of outcome when it comes to the financial accounting and auditing stream. Is that okay? For the management accounting, financial management and business management stream, and tax and law, that is the responsibility of Kwame. Kwame is the technical expert in that area. So Kwame handles or is responsible for the best administration of management accounting, financial management, taxation. So he handles all of that to ensure that there's the best delivery of those subjects. There are other lecturers who support, who are also very significant in ensuring the delivery of this subject, but the primary responsibility rests with my technical colleague, Kwame Edu. I believe it's clear. So based on this, we also have the strategic case study, which is more or less the capstone paper, the penultimate paper. Even though I teach the strategic case study myself, Kwame, as always, helps with some of the technical issues to support in the delivery of that paper. I believe it's clear. So that is how we do things at ASPA. So you realize that there's certain level of consistency in the delivery of the various subjects. There is no careless delivery. There is no unorganized delivery. There is a diligent approach to ensure that we give the best in terms of progression of knowledge. Are we together? So most of the issues are organized into streams. Are we together? So that's how things work at ASPA. Good. So we can now look at what has been moved in terms of the swaps that has been done to the new syllabus. And one of the major areas which has witnessed a lot of change, or if I should use the word, the subject that has witnessed a lot of scattering or has been dismantled is the public sector accounting paper. Public sector accounting and finance paper has witnessed a lot of demarcations or a lot of how would I even put the word? A lot of remodeling. Is that okay? So you realize that some of the topics which were predominantly part of the public sector syllabus have now been moved to other subject areas like man accounting, financial management, and audit. Is that okay? So some of those issues has been moved or reassigned to those subject areas. And for PSA now, the focus is on financial reporting. That's predominantly what the public sector paper is all about now. The emphasis is about preparing financial reports, but for the public sector. For business management and information system, there has also been some changes there. What has happened is that some of the topics in the strategic case study has been moved into the BMIS. Is that okay? Which clearly is important because of the voluminous nature of the strategic case study. So some of the issues that we consider are quite fundamental has been reassigned to the business management and information system. A key of one of them is business organization or organizational structure and all of that, how to organize for success. Some of those issues, which were issues that we were looking at when we were doing a strategic case study, has been assigned to the business management and information studies paper. Good. So now let's get into business, starting with financial accounting. So what I'm going to do is that I'll start with my stream of subject, which is the streams that deal with financial accounting and auditing, or financial reporting and auditing. So I'll start with my stream of subjects, and then later I'll move to the financial management or management accounting stream, and then we'll move to the law or the law stream, which is the business law and then tax and advanced taxation. So I'm going to take it in terms of stream. So starting with the streams that deal with financial accounting, is that okay? Or auditing, or financial accounting reporting and auditing. We're starting with financial accounting. So for financial accounting, the syllabus has witnessed some few changes, very few changes, obviously to make it relevant in scope. And one of the first changes that now in level 1, students doing financial accounting have to appreciate issues of ethics. So ethics is part of it, as part of the contextual issues. Then now they've infused public sector to the financial accounting to make sure that at the initial level, from the word go, students who are writing the financial accounting paper appreciate issues of public sector financial statement. And obviously, financial accounting ratios, which clearly was not there, was not really emphasized, has been put back there into the financial accounting paper. Exactly. So that is it for financial accounting. But in terms of the summary, let me just highlight the summary for the financial accounting. So the learning outcome now requires ethical behavior. That's one of the major changes which I've already spoken about. Incomplete records is now a prominent issue. Partnership accounting, the requirements have been clarified. And then the introduction of public sector with the basic understanding of the difference between accounting in the public sector and accounting in the private sector. Then there have been some, a revamp of accounting ratio, as I said, introduction, but no interpretation. So that is for financial accounting. Then we can also look at financial reporting, which is also very major, as I've told you. A lot need to be done when it comes to financial reporting, because financial reporting now is connected to public sector accounting. And I'll show you very soon what I mean by that. Okay, so for financial reporting, the main change there is to do with the introduction of current issues into the regulatory and conceptual framework. In the past, the beginning of financial reporting begins with frameworks. So you need to know all the frameworks, the regulatory framework, the conceptual framework, the ethical framework. Is that okay? But now we have introduced current issues as part of the frameworks, and that makes it now 15 marks. For IFRS, standard 25 is the same as the O syllabus. Preparation of single entity financial statement, same as the O syllabus. Business combination, same as the O syllabus. Analyzing and interpreting financial statement, same as the O syllabus. Is that clear? So clearly, there has not been any major changes to the financial reporting paper. Only that for when it comes to the current issues, that clearly is going to get you some knowledge on the issues of sustainability. Are we together? So, for example, let's look at some of the key changes before we move to public sector. So for financial reporting, some of the older content have been removed. For example, harmonization of accounting standards. So sometimes we have some of those issues which are part of the frameworks, harmonization of accounting standard, adoption of accounting standard, the benefit and the disadvantage of adoption of accounting standard. Those are basic issues, and most of them have been removed from the financial reporting paper. Then there's also a specific reference to the international, or to the code of ethics for accountants, but just that there's now a reference to the Ghana's corporate, or normally what we call the code of best practice. So governance, which we have already looked at in strategic case study, exactly, has been brought into the financial reporting paper. So it's not just about code of ethics for the accountant, which we are all aware of, the fundamental principle of objectivity, integrity, and all of that. Now there has been an introduction of the code of best practice, which is the Ghana's corporate governance code. Then we have sustainability issues, which is part of the current development, the climate-related risk and opportunities, and how they can impact the preparation of financial statement. The IASB's action on sustainability, but not detailed, the detailed standard. So normally the detailed standard will be tested in corporate reporting. For all the standards for sustainability, S1 and S2, this clearly will be more emphasized at the corporate reporting level. But for financial reporting, it's just detailed or some key knowledge of the standard, but not too detailed knowledge. Then importance of professional skepticism being brought in there through interpretation of financial statement. I believe it's clear. So that is financial reporting and the summary to it. And as I emphasize, all the subjects I'm mentioning are from which of the streams? The financial accounting, financial reporting, is that okay? Corporate reporting, and then what we call the public sector. They are all on the same stream because all those subjects are based on frameworks. If you are not comfortable with the frameworks, you can't pass them. That is how serious it is. So we move to public sector, which has witnessed a dramatic change, where we have, beginning with the overview of the public financial management cycle in Ghana, the regulatory and conceptual framework for preparation of financial statements in the public sector, how to apply the IPSAS, which is going to be the same. Is that okay? Because if you look at the application of the IPSAS in the public sector, it's equivalent to the financial reporting application of what? The accounting and financial reporting standard. So for FR, it's 25 marks, how to apply the standard. For PSA, it's going there for 20 marks, which is likely to be increased in the future. It's just because it's an introduction, but in the future, this is expected to move to 25 marks. So the depth of knowledge on the IPSAS is so much unavoidable because you need the knowledge on the IPSAS to prepare the financial statement for the public sector entity. So that is very key now. So if you look at it, it's almost similar to what we are doing with financial reporting. So overview of the PFM, the public financial management cycle in Ghana, the regulatory issues, which is the same as what we normally do in the financial reporting. So we look at all the frameworks. Having done the frameworks, then you move to the IPSAS. Then once you have knowledge of the IPSAS, then you can now use it to prepare a financial statement. After the preparation, then you can do your evaluation, which is almost the same things we normally do for financial reporting. Then the final issue is governance. Are we together? So apart from the overview of the PFM cycle and then governance in the public sector, the B, C, D, E are all connected to financial reporting. Regulatory framework, application of the IPSAS, preparation of the financial statement, and evaluation of it are all the same issues for financial reporting. So public sector is now a reporting paper. So we look at for the FR paper, there's frameworks, the regulatory conceptual framework, application of the standards, preparation of the financial statement for a single entity, preparation of financial statement for consolidation, which is the same as business combination, and then analyzing and interpreting it. So financial reporting, public sector, the convergence is clear. It's about preparation of the financial statement and interpreting it. And how do you do that? You need a framework. You need a framework. I believe it's clear. So there's so much to do in terms of having knowledge of the convergence between the two papers. You should not duplicate effort because your knowledge in IFRS is still needed for public sector now, which is the IPSAS. So there's no need to duplicate effort. Once you have knowledge of the IFRS, you can just bring that knowledge to bear on the public sector paper. And the challenge now is for those who have a lot of exemptions, clearly will have challenges. I believe it's clear. And let me just show you something very striking from the syllabus regarding what I'm talking about. Let me just show you something really striking from the syllabus. So if you look over here, let me just embolden this for everybody to see. So this is the new syllabus. Are we together? This is ICA's new syllabus. The whole framework of the syllabus is captured in this document. So when you look at it, what is the advice here? It makes it clear that if you want to write a public sector paper, what is the advice? It is advisable that students attempt paper what? 2.1, which is financial reporting, before they attempt this model. I'll repeat this 3 times. The advice from the framers of this particular syllabus is that if you want to attempt public sector accounting, make sure you have already attempted financial reporting. If not, you're going to have problems. You're surely going to have problems. Or worse of it, you do the 2 at the same time. It means that you have to be doing financial reporting at the same time doing public sector, because they are all built on frameworks. The convergence is there. Are we together? The IFRS, you look at IPSAS. Preparation of financial statement, same. Evaluation of it, same. So basically, that is the work ahead of us. So that's the advice. Every student who is attempting public sector must attempt financial reporting. It's an advice to you. And if those who have put the syllabus together are advising you, it tells you what the way forward is. There's a clear convergence between the financial reporting paper and the public sector. So there's a need for a lot of collaboration in the delivery of that particular paper. And that cannot be underemphasized. I believe it's clear. So please take note of that. So moving back to my slide, having made the point clear, we can move on to look at the changes, the major changes to the PSA. The key change is that there has been removal of issues relating to management accounting and financial management. A lot of those issues have been moved to management accounting and financial management. Then the syllabus starts with the context of public financial management. Then the public sector accounting then is entirely accounting related. Are we listening? The aim of the framers of this syllabus is to make public sector an accounting paper, a purely accounting paper, not too much of theory, but application of the frameworks, that is IPSAS, to prepare financial statements. And the focus is on IPSAS. That is it. The focus is on what? IPSAS. I believe it's clear. So there's a need for you to what? Brace up if you are going to write public sector. For auditing, that is audit and assurance in level 2. You can also see that auditing in public sector has been included there, which is a major change that has been done to the audit and assurance paper. So in terms of the summary, the learning outcome has been made more robust now, and it recognized the responsibility for prevention and detection of fraud, the application of professional skepticism, identifying and explaining audit and assurance risk, including risk from technological development, automated audit techniques, which is normally something that you should know by now. That's computer-assisted audit techniques, and the use of data analytics and artificial intelligence. Then they have removed forensic accounting to the advanced auditing paper, and now also there's some inclusion of issues of public sector auditing into the audit and assurance paper, which is a level 2 paper. So that is something that has been done. So all the 3 types of auditing in the public sector, the financial audit, performance audit, and compliance audit in the level 2 audit and assurance paper, those issues have now been brought into the level 2 program. And in a way, comparing the 3 types of auditing that is done in the public sector. Very extensive, very, very extensive. Let's look at corporate reporting now. I don't know whether we've done audit and assurance, but let's do corporate reporting. I think that should come after. So for corporate reporting, what is the major change there? IFRS has not changed. Preparation of consolidated financial statement has not changed. Evaluation of financial statement has not changed. Specialized transaction has not changed. Are we together? Same issues. The only thing is that when it comes to the evaluation of financial statement, in the past, it was 20 marks area. Now it's only 15 marks. The remaining 5 marks has been added to the ethics for accountant in business. So now, in the past, we have what we call ethics for accountant in business. Now we've added sustainability issues to it. Are we together? So now making it 15 marks. I believe it's clear. So the syllabus for corporate reporting has not really witnessed a major change. Issues are saying the main area now is that issues of sustainability has been brought into the syllabus for corporate reporting and included as part of the ethical framework. Because in the past, we're only looking at ethics for accountant in business. Your usual question 3, B or C. Normally, you find it under question 3, either B or C. You find a question on ethics for accountant in business there. Now, that 10 marks question, we have added issues of sustainability to it, or issues of environment, social, and governance. That's ESG and sustainability has been imbibed into it. Exactly. So ethics is still there, but the emphasis now is non-financial reporting. Non-financial reporting. ESG, sustainability reporting is the dominant issue there. I believe it's clear. So let's look at the summary changes. Applying professional skepticism, discuss the background to the development of the sustainability standards, advice on an organization on the relevance of sustainability reporting. Then you must be able to identify the sustainability issues for a given industry. And that is where there's going to be trouble. Because if you look at the S2, which is specifically the standard for disclosure on issues of sustainability, it deals with industry-specific disclosure requirement. And I'm just wondering how they are going to sit down and chew all those things. A lot of disclosure requirement based on industry-specific. And it's going to be a lot of work. And then also you have to explain and apply the provisions of the IFRS sustainability standard, which is the S1 and S2. You need to explain and apply the S1 and S2, advise on the impact and the benefits and the risk of technological development within corporate reporting, the issues of big data, data analytics, and distributed ledger technology and blockchain. So technological issues have been included in the contemporary issues. Is that okay? So basically that is it. So the major change for corporate reporting is the inclusion of issues on sustainability. That is the International Sustainability Standard Board, which is a new board which was put together by Icag. Is that okay? Has developed standards which clearly we as accountants cannot overlook, because accountants should now be able to report on issues of non-financial reporting. I believe it's clear. So that is it. Take note of that. So for advanced auditing, I wouldn't say much has changed, but just little has changed. Corporate governance is now on its own. In the past, corporate governance was part of the regulatory issues, but has now been separated as a topic on its own for 10 marks. Public sector accounting is still there. Contemporary issues are still there. So for advanced auditing, I would say that issues of the changes are not very major. Exactly. But what I foresee is that currently we are developing the standards for auditing of sustainability, exactly, which is the ISA 5000. So that standard in future could be examined, because as we speak, it's still at the exposure stage and has not yet gotten to the point of releasing the standard. So for now, the sustainability auditing, the standards for sustainability auditing, they are not out there yet. Is that okay? They are still in the process of releasing them. So if they become, if they become, or if they are released, then it means that we are going to witness or we need to have knowledge of those standards specifically for auditing sustainability issues. So clearly that could be a future issue. Is that okay? Then corporate governance, as I've told you, has been added as a learning outcome. Auditing digital asset also is a contemporary issue, has been included for the advanced auditing paper. So we are done with my first stream, which is the financial accounting, financial reporting, corporate reporting, public sector, audit and assurance, and advanced auditing. And as I've emphasized, anybody who is teaching these papers must know the frameworks. If you don't have knowledge of the frameworks, you are just deceiving yourself. And I can tell you, it's the reason why students are not doing well. Is that clear? Results have not yet been released. Results will be released next week. Whatever it is, you can see that there's a problem. Students are not doing well when it comes to the subjects that have the frameworks together, because they have no regard for the frameworks. And clearly, there will be problems. So let's see how it goes. So that's for advanced audit. That's for my stream. So we are moving to the area of management, accounting, financial management, which obviously is Kwame's area, but I will take my time and be going through. At certain point in time, I will be inviting him to comment as we move along. So for the introduction to cost and management accounting, same issues. What are the changes? Explaining the integrity and ethical behavior in preparing management information, illustrate the relevance of use of technology in forecasting, outline the key characteristics of budgeting in the public sector. So what have we seen here? Public sector issues have now been brought into level 1, introduction to cost and management accounting. So budgeting in public sector is here. The key officers in the budgeting process, relationship between planning and budgeting, the types of budget in the public sector, the budget approach, the format and content of public sector budget, public sector programs, then IFMIS. Have you seen that? So these are the main public sector issues that has been embedded into the introduction to cost and management accounting. Very interesting, right? Then we have also management accounting. Are we together? So for management accounting, obviously has also witnessed some changes. If you can already see there, we have management accounting in the public sector, which is something you didn't see in the old syllabus. So what is the change there? The impact of technology in development of management accounting, how the finance function uses digital technology and IT to interact. There's also a focus on short-term decision-making, that is budgeting, capital budgeting, and project appraisal in financial management. Then look at something, sustainability cost management, the ways in which management accountants consider issues of sustainability, how to exercise professional skepticism, management accounting techniques, management or accounting techniques in the public sector, and then how to do project appraisal in the public sector. Can you imagine? Kwame, what do you have to say on this? Kwame, what do you have to say on this?
Thank you, Ellie, for the time.
Yeah.
Good evening to all our partners.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you rightly said, if we look at the management accounting, I mean, there's been a lot of major changes to the paper. You know, from the previous side or the previous level, we used to have 6 issues for consideration. Okay, but the new one, we're still having the 6 issues. However, there'll be some, inclusions and deductions to make up the 6 areas making up the new syllabus or the new, whatever we have to talk about going forward.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, this new syllabus has been developed based on the relevant frames and then also the models.
Yeah.
Now, for instance, if you look at one of the changes in the area of investment appraisal, in the old syllabus, we used to have a combined lecture for MA and FM students on the subject of investment appraisal.
Yeah.
But in the new syllabus, this topic has been taken off. Okay, so what it meant was that the investment appraisal then was for assessing projects in the private sector or profit-making entities.
Definitely.
But now, the investment appraisal we have in the new syllabus focuses on the public sector. So what it means is that we're no longer going to have that joint lecture for FM and MA is no longer going to happen in the new syllabus. Again, if we look at in terms of the public sector, we're going to be looking at different models in assessing projects, that are being embarked or undertaken by the government, for instance. So maybe issues of net present value, accounting rate of returns, payback, no longer exist in the new syllabus. There have also been changes in terms of technology. Okay, so previously didn't have anything borders on technology, but now it's infused in the new syllabus. So what then means is that, everybody here more or less is an accountant. Okay, so we used to keep our accounting records manually. We moved to computer-based, okay, where maybe we install softwares like Tally, QuickBooks, and all that, fixated on our desktops and, as you know of. But now, there's been a change. These days, we don't install softwares anymore in our systems. Now it is web-based, otherwise referred to as cloud accounting.
Yeah.
And that has also been included in the new syllabus. There have been some few changes also in the area of budgets and short-term decision-making, like you mentioned, all right?
Yeah.
So these are some of the changes that have been effected in the new syllabus compared to whatever we had in the older one. So more like we're looking at issues of public sector, we're looking at ethics and professional skills, and also technology. Yeah. So that's been the major changes in the new syllabus. So that's what we need to, note in terms of the differences between the new syllabus and also the old syllabus. Yeah.
So Kwame, don't run away. Let's do the FM immediately. Let's do the FM immediately. So can you see the screen for FM? Just as you are emphasizing, the changes have been done. You can obviously see that for financial management, and we have public sector financial management and the developing technologies in the area of finance, which Kwame has emphasized. But in terms of the changes, you can imagine the changes there. Kwame, just go through for me. This is so dramatic, I can imagine. Look at all these.
So if you look at the FM2, you notice that like you said early on, the public sector contract has been dismantled.
Dismantled.
So, well, for those of you who did public accounting before, you are at an advantage. Yes, you are at an advantage because some of the issues that you dealt with then are going to be dealt with now. Okay, mainly in the financial management paper, like you see here. So, for example, if you look at the areas of source of finance, we basically focus on profit entities. Now we need to talk about source of finance also in the public sector. Right. Again, if you look at in terms of investment appraisal, we used to have investment appraisal as standalone, and then another topic as time value of money also as standalone. So together was 25%. In the new syllabus, the two have been combined as 20% or 20 marks. Okay, so it's no longer, the two of them are no longer independent and now dependent on each other. It makes sense anyway. Okay, so that's also another change that is envisaged in the new syllabus. Then again, technology is part of the new FM because now, if you look at the way the world is moving, we're no longer doing paperwork. Everything is IT inclined. Okay, and whenever you're making investment, it's technology based. If you take your money, now we used to have fiat, like fiscal currency, now it's going to Momo. Okay, you can do banking on your phone. All right. If you go to the stock market, everything is based on technology. So we're going to learn about some of these matters or some of these issues that are emerging in the market, including digital currencies like cryptos and Bitcoins and so forth. All right. So those basically are the changes that also have been made in the financial management. And especially when you look at risk management, it used to be called financial risk management. Now it is called treasury and financial risk management. So it's been embedded. Now, the major change I see here, before we used to just deal with hedging of currency risk or currency exposures. Now they have included hedging of interest rates. So that's been enlarged. So maybe something we could have used maybe 2 meetings to finish. Now I have to use about 4 meetings.
So and we had not to stop you there, but we had that in case study. How to hedge interest risk. Interest risk. We have that also in case study in the old syllabus. I'm imagining that now.
So that's what has been done. And most important, also, like I said, public sector. Okay, we need to talk about procurement in the public sector. And also public expenditure and financial, accountability. All these things. So, like I said earlier on, for those who have done public sector accounting before, you are
in the higher advantage.
Yes. And if not, when we start with a lecture, we're going to see how we're going to model out. We're going to see how we're going to, carry on with the lecture, just to make sure we're able to cover as much as possible. So that's what we also have in the area of financial management. Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, Kwame. Good. So Kwame, we are still moving in your area. So we are still looking at tax now. For principles of tax, we have some introduction of the application of technology again, which is obvious. and then also ethical issues in tax practice. Are we together? So you can imagine. And today, myself and Kwame were having a discussion on fiscal policy, and we were saying that yes, fiscal policy, even though it's in principles of taxation, has also now found its way in advanced taxation. Are we together? So basically, the changes are happening. Is that okay? So in the way of summary, students are required to identify the objective of taxation. Ethical issues must be well understood. And then ethics in terms of ethics from the tax perspective. So issues of money laundering, tax avoidance, tax evasion. We are going to look at that from the ethical perspective in terms of taxation. Then how you can be able to, so it means that in the principles of taxation paper, the examiner will give you scenarios bordering on tax, but has ethical issues that you need to identify. So you can imagine there will be scenarios in regards to tax, but with ethical implications. So it's very important. The risk of non-compliance, advising client, is that okay? Combine fiscal policy with tax background. And then they've removed the history of taxation in Ghana, which is no more part of the principles of tax. And they've added the impact of new technology on the tax practitioner, including issues of AI and automation. Is that okay? But let's move to advanced tax. Kwame, I think for advanced tax, you can take over now. What should our students or our partners appreciate when it comes to changes in advanced tax?
Okay, so just how we saw under the principle of taxation, okay, the same have been repeated in the advanced taxation.
Okay.
But majorly, if you look at advanced taxation, we used to have that old syllabus divided into 3 areas, only 3 issues.
Yeah, the old syllabus, yes.
Yeah, the 3 issues. But now, in the new one, you can see we have about 8 issues. Well, it shouldn't scare you, what I see in the new syllabus is more like elaboration of the old subject or the old syllabus. So let's say, for instance, you could see an issue like optimal taxes. That's an embodiment of the different issues. So those issues are what have been segregated, okay, to these 8 areas. But more importantly, what they have actually added, which wasn't or which are not part of the old syllabus, are one, the issues of like the G. Okay, so look at what you see on the screen. We're looking at issue of transaction taxes.
Yeah.
These border on value-added taxes and also customs. These were not issues that were discussed in the old syllabus. Okay, so VAT is a lot, and customs are also a lot. In the old syllabus, could you just take 1.5 months, we'll be done with everything. But I tell you what, with this one, it's impossible. With these, add-ons.
Yeah.
And again, you can also see they have added fiscal policy. Okay, what is something that is already at level 2? So again, those who have already studied principle of taxation at level 2 already, you're at an advantage because all the issues there are the same issues that have been repeated.
They've all been accepted. So
we have a lot of work to do.
A lot of gap close.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then again, we also going to deal with issues of insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so the old syllabus, it wasn't there, but now has been included. Okay, so there are a lot of business income tax issues that we need to focus on.
Yeah.
Okay, the old ones have been maintained and additional ones have been included. Okay, so I can tell you the 2 months, the usual pace before will no longer work for us. We need to now increase our speed. Yeah. Then I have also added issues of professional skepticism and then technology. Now, if you look at the operation of GRA, we're no longer going. I don't remember last time I visited GRA's offices. No, everything is now done, virtually.
On the
I don't interface with them anymore. So we need to understand how the technology is affecting tax administration in Ghana. What has been included in the new syllabus also. Yeah. So basically, these are the changes that have been effected in the new syllabus vis-a-vis the amendment to the old syllabus. Eli.
Thank you, Kwame. And I can tell you, Kwame is our expert on tax. He's a member of the Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana. And I can tell you, when it comes to tax, you are at the right place. So let's look at the other issues now regarding law, which is the business and corporate law, which is level 1. In terms of the major changes, what has been done is that there's been a clarification of the examinable content of Article 11 of the Constitution, and then some reordering of the issues in the syllabus. There has been an amendment to the verb in terms of the verb that we used to have to make sure that is more emphasizing how the exam will be carried out. So what has been done is that they've replaced the word analyze with the word explain, which is a more deeper requirement compared to the analyze. Then also we have some new laws included in the syllabus, like the Data Protection Act of 2012 has now been added into our business and corporate law subject. Is that okay? Then we have the business management and information system, which I told you some of the issues in strategic case study has now been brought into the BMIS paper. And for the key changes, we have entrepreneurs specifically mentioned, introduction of ESG issues, then organizational structure, which was actually in strategic case study, has been brought into this program, professional skepticism, risk of data bias. Is that okay? Then technology development like cloud accounting. So most of these issues, which you might have escaped in level 1 because you didn't do BMIS, has now found their way into man accounting, like Kwame was saying, cloud computing and all of that. They found a way to bring it back into the level 2 and level 3 stream, because most of you have been exempted because we need to have an IT-minded accountant. So there's focus on technological risk like cyber risk, computer fraud, and the rest, and the legal and ethical issues when it comes to data use. So for BMIS, these are the major add-ons. So almighty, we go for the almighty strategic case study, which is, I would say, has been, well, what the word I'll use is that has been rearranged. For most of you who have ever been in my strategic case study class, I always analyze strategy from 3 levels in terms of the strategic analysis or the position, the choices, and the strategy in action, which is the best way to analyze strategic management based on the recommendation of Johnson, Scholes, and Whittington. I believe it's clear. So when you are teaching strategic case study and you are teaching it anyhow, you are using your own way of teaching it. You are not guided. You are somebody who I would call very, very lacking discipline, because these models has been programmed based on what? The requirement or the suggestion by Johnson, Scholes, and Whittington, which clearly says that strategic issues should be looked at from 3 perspectives: the analytical stage, the choices, and the action. I believe it's clear. So that is it. And that is the way to go, how to analyze strategic issues using the recommendation by Johnson, Scholes, and Whittington. Then we have the financial management issues. That is the financial objective and strategy, which is obviously coming from your knowledge on management accounting and financial management, which is very important. And then issues of corporate governance, which you cannot avoid. I believe it's clear. So this is how strategic case study has been reordered. But in terms of the major changes, let's look at it. A summary is that there's a syllabus content is similar and has been consolidated under 5 key headings. The requirement would be that you need to demonstrate professional skepticism. The learning outcome will require analysis and evaluation, and you being able to give an advice. Then organizational structure, which was obviously part of our strategic case study syllabus, has been moved to BMIS paper 1.2. And the heading that was digital strategy has now been absorbed into other syllabus to reflect the integration exactly of digitization. Because in the past, if you look at strategic case study syllabus in terms of IT function or ICT or information system function, there's so much there to read. But now the burden is not only on strategic case study student, the burden has been spread across the entire syllabus, so that students who are also doing other papers can also learn about digital strategy or IT issues. So that is basically the key issues about strategic case study. But I can tell you there has been some extra issues that has been added to the issues, especially under the strategic analysis. When we meet in lectures, you surely have those changes. So there's some reordering of issues under the 3 levels. Because in the past, we didn't have strategy analyzed from 3 levels. Exactly. We didn't have choices, we didn't have action, we didn't have analysis. So now that it has been rearranged under these 3 headings, we need to go in there and look for what issues has been categorized under the analysis. What are the issues that has been captured under the choices? And what are the issues that has been captured on the strategy in action? So once we are clear what those issues are, we can be able to face the storm on any day. I believe it's clear. So please, that is it. That's our session for, it's almost 7:30. That's our session for the syllabus overview. This is just to make sure that colleagues appreciate the changes to the syllabus. Now that we are all waiting for the release of the results, some said it was going to be released tonight, and that is what I say is lack of proper information. Some people were expecting results to be released today. Result will come today, result will come tomorrow. Result is going to be released next week, and obviously it's going to happen before the end of the month. So we should be looking at next week, God willing. I won't mention the date, but it should come before the month of July expires. Exactly. It will surely come before the month of July expires. So we should expect it Tuesday, Wednesday. It should knock your head, especially those who have written the paper. Something wonderful should knock your head. Exactly. And once it's good news, I know you will obviously smile. And I know that there will be a lot of smile when the results are released. So on that note, we are done with our session. Kwame, do you have anything wonderful to tell your students? Do you have anything wonderful to tell your students?
Oh, what I can say is that most of them, in fact, everybody has passed anyway, so we should expect to, pursue the remaining subject either at level 2 or level 3, right? Or maybe we would have chatted also. So, and those who have chatted, I'll see you on the other side of life, yeah?
Yeah. So once you charter, yes, there's a lot more ahead of you now because now CA is now a basic requirement. So quickly charter and let's do other great things like CIT, like CIMA, like CIA, like CFA. So many great things ahead of us and not just the CA. So CA is now a basic requirement. So let's finish the basic and let's go into the real deals. So we may take some 5 questions since we are actually streaming live. Let's take some 5 questions and then we can shut down. I know you are all expectant, but let's take some 5 questions and then we can shut down. But before we take the questions, kindly note that we have our opening night on Sunday where we will discuss our tuition program for the November diet. We are going to launch our tuition for the November diet specifically on Sunday evening. So don't forget to join us. Our lecture starts on Monday. And why are we starting on Monday? We are borrowing the word of Atamius. I will hit the ground running. So we don't want to wait. Is that okay? Our session starts on Monday. Is that clear? Result will come. It will definitely come. Is that okay? But whatever it is, we are starting on Monday. Is that clear? And the first week is for introduction. So we are trying to, what we've just done, we'll do it, but in a more detailed for each of the subjects, and the lecturers will do that. Every lecturer will pick up the syllabus and give you an introspection for the specific subject. Extensive work will be done and help you to design how we're going to approach the syllabus and complete it in time. So please don't joke with the coming week. We'll do it weekday and we'll even do it on the weekend. So if the result is released, don't worry. Whatever the outcome, once you have passed and you have moved to the next level, just join us. And over the weekend, we'll still go over the syllabus again. And the following week, fire for fire. Fire for fire. I know some of you may want to ask about the ICA manuals. We expect them to be released this coming week. We were expecting it so many weeks away. Whatever it is, we are obviously going or heading towards some good news that this coming week, we expect them to be available for sale. So the benchmark is that the sale of the books must be done as the syllabus or the results are being released. So we expect it that this coming week, that should happen. Is that okay? So let's keep our fingers crossed. the books will be released or may be released in the coming week for us to procure. And obviously, once that happens, the following week, fire for fire. So get ready. So if the 5 people who wants to ask questions are ready, let me pick them up and then we shut down. So we have, is it Baby Na? And then we have Awila or something. So let me hear you quickly and then we move. So who is Baby Na? And then we have Awila. Yes, you can unmute yourself if you have a question. If not, we shut down and we see you on Sunday. Good. So I don't think there are any questions. I think somebody has put a question in the Q&A box. So I suggest that the lectures are not repeated so we can cover the syllabus. Yes, when you look at our feedback forms, it was one of the comments that our students were giving to us. No repetition, no repetition. Let's not repeat. Let us finish the syllabus on time. And we have heard you right. Sunday, when you come for our opening night, you see our policy statement on how we are going to run the new syllabus. Exactly. So Sunday, don't forget to join us. There's going to be a detailed discussion on how we are going to run tuition for the next day. So Sunday, don't forget, join us as we have the opening night for the November night. And definitely, Kwame will be part of my session. Most of you have not been hearing Kwame, but now I'm forcing him to be part of the discussion. Kwame doesn't like publicity. I hope he hasn't run away. But I'm forcing him to be part of he always wants to be at the background, but now I'm bringing him to come and talk to you guys, and it's very good. Mahama, any question? Mahama, any question? Mahama, Seidu, any question?
If not, sir, I want to find out
yes.
Whether when you are still writing level 2, you can still register for the level 3 paper.
Yes, that policy is still the same. Once you have one paper in level 2, you can write across level. Exactly. Okay. So you can have a paper, just a single paper outstanding, you can write across the level. So there's no problem. That policy still remains the same. I believe it's clear. Good. So I think on that note, we have spent so much time on this call. Some people are asking, how was the marking? You want me to create problems for myself, eh? Is that okay? I've signed a confidentiality agreement not to disclose outcomes regarding the exam. So don't put me into trouble. So when it comes to the marking, you can come to me directly, I'll tell you, but I cannot make a public statement on a platform like this, okay? So somebody say, will you advise somebody combine FR and ME? As I always said, yes, it's about a combination. You can combine FR and ME. You can combine FR and PSA. I hope you are getting the point. The choice is yours. But from the discussion we are having, yes, there's a convergence between FR and PSA. So that could be a that could be a good combination. Normally, I like it when students combine MA and FM. So if you are going to do MA, you can combine it with FM. Good combination. If you are doing FR, we can also combine it with public sector. Good combination. Are we together? So because they are all on the same stream. Am I making sense? They are all, so like from when we started the slide, I've already taken you through those streams. Let me just do that and then I shut down. So if you look at the streams, that's why when you come to Aspire, we always make sure that we respect the stream of issues. So you realize that if it comes to financial accounting, financial reporting, public sector, audit and assurance, corporate reporting, advanced auditing, they are all on the same stream because there's a lot of convergence there. I believe it's clear. When it comes to management accounting, financial management, there's a lot of convergence there. I hope you are getting it. Then tax, law, there's convergence because tax is primarily about law. I believe it's clear. So it is always important for you to respect the model stream and how you should progress. I believe it's clear. So take note of that. So if you are writing auditing, financial reporting and advanced auditing, or corporate reporting and advanced auditing, is not bad because they are all on the same stream. There will be frameworks applied, and definitely that is the way forward. So on that note, I think I can shut down now. Now that I said I want to close, people are now raising their hands. So let me see if I can pick one or two and then we go now. So we have Erica. Erica, any question? Erica, any question? If Erica is not ready, Abdul, any question?
Yes, sir. I want to know the syllabus you have gone through. if one has already registered for MA and then CSA, can he make changes?
No, yes, why not? If you want to change, we have that opportunity, you can do that. As we have started now, we haven't yet gone into full swing, so you can make those changes. Is that okay? It's not a problem. You can make any change you want at all. Right. Erica, you can talk now. Erica, any question?
Hello, Ellie.
Yes. Hello, Erica.
Hello,
You are
Ellie.
allowed. Talk to me, Erica.
Yes, please. I want to find out if we are supposed to.
Erica, you are loud and clear. Okay, let's speak Elizabeth.
Hello.
Erica, you are loud and clear.
Yes. Please, I want to find out if you are supposed to register all 4 subjects in part 3, if you have 1 paper in part 2.
Yes, you have to register and pay for all 4. Even though most students haven't paid for the 4,
Hello.
are not able to attempt all 4.
Hello, Ellie.
Yes, I heard you. I'm answering your question. Can you hear me? It looks like your network is not good at all, Erica. So I'm sure I answered her. So if anything at all, you can even chat me privately. I'll give you any answers you want. So I don't want them to. Yes.
All right. Well,
Who is talking?
2,000.
So we can shut down now. There are some other hands up, but I think I wouldn't want to. Elizabeth, you should be my last speaker, and then I close.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
I wanted to find out, can we write a level 3 paper when I'm not done at level 2?
you can do that if you have only 1 paper in level 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank
Good.
you.
So if you want any information about our spa, why not? You can, I don't know whether my phone numbers are there. You can reach me directly, 0555 213 559. I repeat, 0555 213 559. 0555 213 559. I repeat for the last time, 0, then 555 213 559. You can always reach me directly. You can send me a WhatsApp, I'll respond and all of that to you, and that should be fine. So on that note, thank you all for joining our syllabus overview once again, and we expect you to join us Sunday evening when we launch our November tuition program. I've been on the call with my technical colleague Kwame Edu, who handles the management, accounting, financial management, and then the tax and law stream. I handle financial accounting, auditing, and as well as strategic case study. We have other supporting lecturers who assist us in delivering the program. And I can tell you, you are the best place when it comes to tuition for ICA. Don't go anywhere else. Don't settle for the substandard. Come to the best and get the best outcomes. Thank you all and have a blessed evening. Bye.